I have a very special book to show you guys. I just got it a couple days ago, June 2025. Huh? Okay, so this is the Spanish anniversary edition of Philosopher / Sorcerer's Stone, but really Philosopher's Stone. And why I mean special edition is because I don't know if they're gonna make any others like Chamber Secrets and so on. Now this book is not like a 25th anniversary or anything like that, but this is a special edition painted edges anniversary or edition. And honestly, if you haven't figured it out by now, it is the Spanish cover from Philosopher's Stone from all the way back in 1997, but red. So here is the original one that I'm going to show you. Now that is by a different publishing company, however it's still Spanish. Obviously this one is Salamandra, but you'll notice from left to right that the new version is red, whereas the previous one had like a yellow border and everything. But let's look at what makes this so special. Now this is a pretty expensive book. It was like over $40 US, and it is a bit hard to find. It was published in 2025, in the summer really. What was it, like June I think of 2025, so it just came out. So check out the gold foiling of Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling, Sorcerer / Philosopher's Stone. Over here we have obviously the Hogwarts and Fluffy. We have the moon, Harry flying, chasing the golden snitch. I don't know why his shoelaces are untied, but they are, so that's a bit funny. And then down below is the unicorn, and then the publishing company, which is Salamandra, right down there. Now before we get to the really cool stuff, here is the spine. Beautiful, right? So we have the golden snitch. We have the Harry Potter logo in gold foiling again. Very bottom, Salamandra. And again, if you haven't figured Salamandra is literally salamander. Again, before we get to the really cool stuff, here's the back. It's got a little bit of the scar and Harry flying. A little blurb about the book. And you'll notice something really interesting right here. No more Wizarding World logo. It has HP. So if you haven't figured it out, or if you've not been watching my previous videos, Wizarding World logo no longer exists. It's now HP because Fantastic Beasts died. Didn't work. So they did some rebranding, which is a bit of a bummer because I always liked Fantastic Beasts for what it was. Anyway, so there's the rest of the publishing information on the back. Obviously, go check out Salamandra or Penguin on social media. But you want to see what the really cool thing is and why it's called Painted Edges? Ooh, isn't that cool? Look at that, it's a giant lightning bolt. Ta-da! So this is what makes it so darn special. Look at that. The pages or the edges are all black. So it looks kind of normal here, right? Compared to the other one, you have like a yellowish cover on the front, but now it's red and then bam! Cool, I know, really cool. So the inside, try not to open it as much as possible because I'm trying not to break the spine, but you got some like brownish gold in the inside. This Harry Potter Philosopher's Stone. Trying to get to anything useful. Here's the publishing information. And you'll notice it doesn't say anything about the Wizarding World because GG's doesn't exist anymore. So the original illustrations was Dolores Avendano, I want to say is how you pronounce the last name, who did all the Spanish ones, or not all, but there it is, Dolores. Okay, so you notice again, Wizarding World logo does not exist. The illustration is by Dolores, and then at the very bottom, printed in Spain. Also at the very top, it says that this first edition, April 2025. So yeah, this is relatively new. Now we also have this map of Hogwarts, which is not new. I'm pretty sure we've seen that in other translations, so nothing exciting. But I did want to show something really, really cool. But before I show you the really cool thing, just real quick, here's the table of contents. Nothing super fancy, but here's what I like. The first chapter has a little design, I guess like it's the Sorcerer's Stone, a Philosopher's Stone, but look at the bottom. Every single page is marked with a golden snitch. Let's just see if that happens for chapter 2, and it does. See, chapter 2 also has like a stone, and every single page again is marked with the golden snitch, which is, I think, is really, really fun little detail. And there's nothing else really to it. Every single page has the golden snitch. There's always like a stone for the top. What I haven't figured out yet though, and I've been looking at this for a while, is that You see how like this page right here, what is this page? 280 has those 3 dots at the top. I don't know why that is. I genuinely don't know why that is. And then when you go to like, and it's the very end of the book too, but it's not the last page because page 284 is still going, and then you got the dots again there. And from as far as I can see, those are the only 2 pages in the entire book that have those dots. Let's just look real fast. I'm skimming through them. I don't see any dots anywhere else. So I am curious to see what those dots mean, if anything, but I don't know. And then the book ends with a little description about J.K. Rowling. And then again, we got the gold and some more gold. And that's really it. But how beautiful is this new cover or new edition? So, again, this is by Salamandra from Spain. New colors of Philosopher's Stone, and it's called the Painted Edge because of this, and it's super cool. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. Type it down below. I have a whole bunch of videos based on all the translations and special editions of the Harry Potter books, and they're pretty fun to watch, in my humble opinion. Okay, bye everybody.